guys, today we're going to use our imaginations a little bit. We're going to do some wood carving on this 4x4 post. And for a stencil, we're going to use what I have laying around the shop. So if you have something laying around your shop you can use as a stencil, try it. Today we're going to do Bigfoot. So I'm going to use this Bigfoot sign that hangs. I don't know, we bought it at some shop or something. It looks pretty cool. But I'm going to do a Bigfoot post. Like I do my flag post, you can see that on other videos. Only today, we're going to do Bigfoot. I'm going to be making this post as I'm running errands and everything in and out. It's 10 o'clock right now. Let's see how quick we can do this. Stay tuned. Alright, first thing we're going to do today is start sanding down with some 80 grit sandpaper. Then after I sand this post down with 80 grit, I'm going to sand it with 120. Now this whole sanding process is going to take me probably 20 minutes or so. So I'm going to start sanding and I'll get back with you guys. Alright, now that we got that done, let's have a little fun. All you guys probably have these propane bottles, so we're going to do some Soshiban on this. I'm going to do it in my garage, but I highly suggest you guys do this outside and have a fire extinguisher ready just in case. Alright, a lot of times I use my bigger torch, but I know everyone's probably got one of these, so let's use one of these. It'll take a few more minutes, but that's alright. Let's fire it up. There we go. Now you can see that grain starting to pop out. Takes a little while with one of these torches, but nonetheless, you get it done. See it working there? That's pretty cool. I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of it with this, and I'll show you what we got. Oh yeah, that looks good, don't it? Takes a little while with this little torch, but it works. It took me about 10 minutes probably. Just make sure you don't catch it on fire. Okay, now that we got the burning done, let's trace out Bigfoot. So I'm just going to lay it up here. Like I said, you can use anything you got laying around. You don't want to do Bigfoot, you got some flowers or whatever. You got some trees. Now I'm going to put these trees here on this side, so it's going to look pretty cool. But first off, I'm going to do Bigfoot. And I'm just going to trace them out. And then you use your own imagination how you want to do his fur and everything. So that's how I do it. The pencil might not fit in every little groove, but you have to go ahead and use your own imagination to fill in Bigfoot all the way. So let me finish up tracing them out here. Okay, with Bigfoot being traced out now, see if you can see him up there. Can you see him? I sure hope so. Yeah, he's traced out. I am going to use my smaller Dremel bit. Hope it's not upside down for you. It's 106, okay? And then I'm going to just trace the inside of these lines with my 106 and my Dremel tool. Okay, now you can see the outline. I'm going to stay on the inside of the line with my little 106 here. My little 106, I'm going to go all the way around it, and I'm going to stay inside the line. Don't turn your Dremel on all the way. Use it about half speed. Now, I'm not no wood carver, but this is fun to do, so I enjoy it. All right, here we go. I'm just going to do a little bit because I don't want to bore you. Staying right on the inside of that line. And follow what you trace. And use your imagination like Bigfoot's walking through your yard. Are you a believer in Bigfoot? I like to think he's out there, but I really doubt that he is. Okay, you can see what I'm doing there? I'm going to go ahead and go around the rest of it right now. We'll be back. Okay, now that I've got them all outlined like this, it's up to you to use your imagination how you want to do the eyes, the fur, and all that stuff. So I'm going to start using my imagination, start doing the eyes, a little bit of fur and everything. I'll show you when I'm done. So I'm imagining Bigfoot's hair as it would be flowing on a, say, a dog or whatever. And I'm just marking it up a little bit. Same bit I got. Now his hair, you know, would be flowing down his arm instead of going this way, right? It'd be going down. So I'm going to start working his hair down. Kind of like that. Again, I'm not a carver, I'm just having fun. I did one of these before, and it sold right away at the show. Again, I sell myself cheap. I don't care about making big bucks, so people can quit asking me, why do I sell stuff so cheap? Because I like to. I like people to buy my stuff. I like to move my product, if you will. Alright, I'm going to continue doing the hair now. Okay, now that I got Bigfoot, his hair and everything put in there, I am going to put lines going this way, looking like the ground. And I'm only going to go down to about this far, right here. For that, I'm probably still going to use my 106 bit. Okay. Just keep following the same line. One more. Then I'm going to put a Bigfoot on the other side of the pole. And then I'm going to do trees on the other two sides. Okay, now we have Bigfoot on both sides. Alright. Now I say on this side, maybe we'll put some of these trees on there. So I'm just going to pick this up. Just like that. I'm going to trace some trees out. And I'm going to put me some trees on there. That'll look cool. Shut off. Okay, here are trees traced out. Now I'm going to take that same bit and go around the inside of all of them. And then I'm going to try and make it look like a tree. Just carving in between it all. Okay, I have the trees carved out. Now what I'm going to do is try to make all the branches with all the little needles on it look pretty cool with the same bit. Just use your imagination. Try to picture these trees in the woods and imagine what they would look like. That's all I do. Now I'm going to try to do that right now. I'm going to get at it, and then I'll let you see what I got. Okay, so I guess what I'm trying to do, let's say right in the middle here, you know the branches probably be hanging down. Then as you go out to the side, try to hook it a little bit. And then this side, hook it the other way. If that makes sense to you. I think they're coming out pretty good. And like I said, as you get in the middle, just bring your slashes down. Get to the right. Make them go to the right. Like that. By the time you're done, pull away. It's going to look like a tree. Alright, now we have our Sasquatch and some trees. Sasquatch, trees, Sasquatch, a big old knot. Now what am I going to put on this side? Let me decide. I think I'm going to trace out Bigfoot on that side. Okay, so that's what we're doing. Bigfoot. Ready? Traced it out. Bigfoot. Now we're going to carve that out with our bit. It's coming. Alright, now I got Bigfoot carved. I think I might darken him up a little bit with the torch. Alright, when you do this, just try to brush the hair a little bit. There, it's darkening up a little bit. Not too much. And I'm going to do the ground just a little bit. There you go. Makes them stand out a little bit. Let's go around. Maybe we can get the trees a little bit, make them stand out a little bit more. Let's see. A little bit. Trees are hard to see a little bit. I already did this Bigfoot. How about that? You want to try them letters a little bit? Let's see what we can do. Oh, that looks better. Okay. Oh, yeah. That looks good. There you go, guys. So use your imagination. Now, believe it or not, I'm ready to put some varnish on this already. I'm going to put 3 coats on. And it's going to start looking good. Let's varnish this thing up now. This is what I use, okay? Helmsman's. It's outdoor spar varnish. Indoor-outdoor, but it works great for outdoors, okay? And again, my Gen brush, my 3-inch Gen brush. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to fill in all the parts that I carved. Just to get it soaked up in there pretty good. Because whoever gets this, you know is going to have it outside. So flood that out. And only do that on the first coat. Otherwise it's going to run all over. I put 3 coats on all my projects. And believe me, if you put 2 coats on, it looks good. But when you put that 3rd coat on, it always looks better. And I sand with 220 in between each coat. Okay, now that you got it all filled in, just take your brush, start brushing the whole thing. You can see that grain start popping already. Now this is a project that we pretty much in about 3 hours. And I sell my stuff cheap. I know I do. I already said that. But I've sold these for $45. And everyone's going to say, well, you're not even getting minimum wage. But if you enjoy what you do, which I do, I'm not out to make a big buck, okay? You charge as much as you want. Especially when you put a solar light top on it. It's really going to look good. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to put one more coat on all this. Then I'm going to sand it with 220 in between each coat. And then I'll get back to you and show you the finished product. All right? Now remember, when you varnish, don't pile it on heavy except for right here for the first coat. And then brush it out. All you're trying to do is seal them letters. All right, guys. So good morning. Saturday morning. Now I got some 220 paper here, and I'm going to show you just how fast you can sand this. You just buff it. I got 2 coats on it. Now I'm going to do my 3rd coat. That's one side done. Flip it over. Bigfoot. That's the other side sanded. I'm going to continue on sanding the other 2 sides. Then we'll put our last coat on there. Well, I'm going to vacuum this with my vacuum. I use the brush side of it. I don't use a pat cloth or anything. I just run the vacuum over it. So once I vacuum it off, then we'll get busy varnishing with our last coat. Then we'll put the tag in so we can stick it in the ground, and we'll put a solar light on the top of it. It'll look pretty damn cool. There we go. I got all 4 sides done. All right, here we go. Let's put that last coat of varnish on. Just dip your brush in there. Just get the very tip of it wet. Just like that there. Like I said, you don't want to be flooding the carvings with this coat. You just want to get a little bit wet in there. Then work your brush all the way down. Just like that. Get your radiuses or the corners of your post. And then take your brush and give it a nice light. Don't push hard. Just nice, light, sweet. All the way down. It's always a good thing to take your head, stick down and look in the light. Make sure you don't have any dry spots. See, there's a dry spot right there that I wouldn't have seen otherwise. So I'm just going to go over that real light. There we go. Take your post. Keep it propped up on this 1x so it doesn't touch the bench top. Turn it a little bit. And go on to the next. Now don't worry about where it's sitting on the 1x because your solar light post is going to fit on there. Alright, I'm going to finish varnishing this up and then I'm going to show you how to put the hole in the bottom for the peg. Okay, here's my peg. Now I make these at work. You can try to make them out of anything you can find. This is 3/8 rod and I weld it together right here. Now I think you can get something from one of the Tractor Supply stores or Farm and Fleet. They have like fence posts, I've been told, that are $3 a piece, but you could cut it off like right here and have your peg. Now I also use this Gorilla Glue here. It takes a little bit of water. This is my water, and this is my 3/8 drill. Here's my post. It's secured because I'm going to drill a hole right here in the middle. Alright, let's get to it. Alright, here we go. Dead center in the middle. Just eye it up. Pull your drill in and out. Clean the tips out. Go all the way down as deep as you can go. Alright, now I'm going to vacuum that hole out. I'm going to take my post, make sure it goes down all the way, which it does. I'm going to open up my Gorilla Glue. Glue. Dampen your hole. Then dampen your post. Just a little squirt. Doesn't take much. And my Gorilla Glue, I'm just going to squeeze, not much, just one line. And that's probably even too much right there. As I go down, I kind of turn it a little to spread it around. Now what's going to happen, I'm going to leave it all set up. What's going to happen is this is going to foam up. You're going to see foam around here, and that tightens this right on up. So I'll come back in a little bit when it foams up, and then we'll work on putting on the solar light post. Okay, as you can see, the foam has come up. It's in there nice and solid. Now what we're going to do is we're going to install our light. It's Patriot Lighting. This was about 10 bucks. Solar light. We're going to put it right on top of the post. Alright, I secured this down so it don't move on me. Here's the light itself. It just fits. This part right here fits right over this. Just like that. And then they give you these little itty bitty screws on there. And I'll probably end up dropping it. Maybe not. Let's hope not. Here we go. Perfect. I'm going to spin it around. I really don't pre-drill this. It's just going into a 4x4. I'm kind of pushing it up there with my stomach so it don't fall off. Be careful when you tighten it down. You don't tighten too tight because you don't want to crack the plastic. Here we go. Okay, that's it. Now I'm going to go put this in the ground. I'm going to show you guys another idea if you haven't already seen my video with the flag post. And then there's also some paintings you can do on a post. So let me stick this in the ground and I'll show you what we got. Okay, so here's my BigFoot post. Generally I sell these for about $45. I don't know if you can get a good view of it. It took me about 3 hours to make. And the top costs me $9, so I don't need you guys telling me that I'm working for minimum wage because I really don't care. And here's the other one. You can look my flagpole up online or on my YouTube channel. I'll show you how to make them. And there's also another way to do these poles. Let me walk you over here. This is called a piece pole, and you can paint on them. This one's been in the ground for probably 4 years, and it's still lasting. I'm not the artist though, my brother-in-law is. But you put on it whatever you like. I'm a boater, so we put a boat on there, and I love my doggy, Brooke, so we put my dog on there. Alright, enjoy. If you like this video, please subscribe, give me a thumbs up. Thanks a lot. Out.